Hey, good morning everyone, or whenever you're watching this. I am in a mysterious multi-story car park. That's why it's really dark in here. It's actually bright and early in the morning. There's a hurricane outside, Hurricane Amy. Yes, I am up north, guys. Hope you guys are keeping safe. Talking about hurricanes, man. There's about to be a hurricane of ETFs that get approved. Now, of course, there are government shutdowns in the United States at the moment. So, obviously, probably no approvals until this is resolved. But the minute this is resolved, I think it's probably going to coincide with the dates that we have for the approvals. And we're just going to see a whole bunch come through all at the same time. And a lot of them are going to be XRP or XRP related or what have you. So expect a sudden green candle, man. We might see that God candle that we've been waiting for in October. But before that, crypto making a steady return. Bitcoin almost made an all-time high yesterday. I was watching the charts thinking, man, we're less than 1% away from price discovery. So, I mean, in general terms, you can say that we are sort of at all-time highs at the moment. Because what's the difference between 122,500 and 124,000? Not much of a difference. That's just like a little bit of a bump. In fact, I'm willing to bet that Bitcoin made all-time highs on some obscure exchanges that we don't know about or I don't use or what have you, because these exchanges all have actually separate all-time highs, but the one that we all agree upon is the Oracle version that gets, basically perpetuated across most of the validators or whatever you want to call them, right? Now, talking about validators, there's an XRP engineer / validator that said basically what I've been saying on this channel for a while, and obviously a lot of you guys have also been saying and believe, is that the XRP token is indeed not just a banker's token, as we used to say, but an institution token. So Ripple is targeting institutions with this XRP token. So it's not just the XRP, RLUSD stablecoin. Yes, that is needed, obviously, for obvious reasons, because stablecoins is stable and investors and institutions are more likely to use a stablecoin that is not going to fluctuate in value right now. But what is unbeknownst to these institutions, or maybe it is that RLUSD actually functions because of XRP. XRP is the underlying token for it. That's number one. Number two, when the time does come, XRP is the token that's going to power all the other things that they want to do. On-demand liquidity, tokenization of RWAs, and now we have, ETFs and, compliance payments and NFTs and all that sort of stuff popping up all over the place. And now engineers and CEOs of companies like Uphold has also basically validated this, that XRP, the chain, the blockchain, the ledger, the token itself, is in fact the institution token that they've been waiting for. It's got top-down, vertical usability, functionality. It's ready. It's pretty much the only crypto chain on earth at the moment, non-barred, that has absolutely everything from top to bottom. You have other tokens like Chainlink that can handle about 50% of the requirements. You have Bitcoin that can handle pretty much 0%. You have Ethereum that can also handle nearly 100% of the requirements, but at a much higher cost, much slower speed, a lot of insecurities on that platform, right, on Ethereum, because of its success and its early mover advantage and its relative decentralization. It's managed to accumulate a lot of garbage on top of it, if you know what I mean. A lot of hacks, a lot of scammers, a lot of fake tokens, a lot of rock pools, a lot of phishing, fraudulent contracts that are out there, lots of backdoors, vulnerabilities. All of these things are absent from the XRP ledger. And because of that, the institutions are having a lot more confidence in XRP and on the XRP ledger. Now, the price of XRP has reclaimed that $3, that magical $3 threshold. And who knows, it may yet dip under it again, especially if there's another event that causes a liquidation. But we know that the targets are much, much higher. And even now, the chart is still flashing an imminent breakout in XRP. So anytime now, you might wake up in the morning and find that the XRP price is at $10 or some kind of 2-digit number that you didn't expect. Now, those of you that remember just a few months ago when XRP within the space of 3 or 4 days did a 5x all of a sudden. Now, if you didn't have XRP or you then panicked and started to panic buy, you would miss it, because in a lot of places in the world now, getting money from, your bank account or the real world, quote unquote, onboarding cash or dry powder onto the blockchain isn't so easy anymore. There's a lot of hurdles. Now there are some hard caps that are being put on in different parts of the world. There's talk of £20,000 cap here in the UK, which is atrocious, because that's just one trade for a lot of people. But we move. A lot of us, or a lot of people, have stable coins accumulated, which of course is the whole point of stable coins. They're nimble, easy to move around, usually uncapped, can be used in DeFi, so very difficult to manipulate and block and put a cap on. So moving $10,000 from your Chase account or £15,000 from your Santander account onto Coinbase or Binance, you have to deal with the banks and all their hurdles and all their big stoppages that they put in your way. But if you have the same amount in stablecoin, it's as fast as your network would allow, with minimal, if not non-existent fees for transfers, right? So anyway, that's a bit of a diversion. You might not be able to participate last minute when XRP does pump. Not financial advice, by the way, do your own research. I'm not advising you to do anything. But a lot of people leave things to the last minute. And when the time comes, either they're too late to buy at all, or they buy into the FOMO when it's already too late. So for instance, a lot of people bought at the previous local high, not the all-time high, the local $3 and, was it 20 something cents, $3 30 something cents, $3 40 something cents, that some people term to be new all-time highs, but not the Korean high. And now those people are actually in red, right? Even though the vast majority of the XRP army are actually in green, those particular people are in red. And some of them have been disgruntled. Some of them have panicked, sold and left and lost money. The correct time to buy a token, not financial advice again, do your own research, is when the token is down, when everyone is thinking it's going to zero. On the way down, that's the best time to buy, not on the way up, if you know what I mean. On the way up, if you're a seller, that's the time to sell and take profits. Buy low, sell high. It's an ancient technique that the richest people in the world have used. The vast majority of the world, unfortunately, have done the opposite. They've bought high and sold low because of the emotions, the fear and the greed index. Even though we're aware of it, we know it's in play, but because us as human beings, we have these, it's by design, it's in our brain, this fear and greed, and the emotions are very, very difficult to control. And uncertainty is something that we find very difficult to handle. Even people at the top levels in Wall Street, uncertainty is their biggest enemy. They'd rather know bad news, if bad news were to happen, so they can take definitive action. Perhaps they can put in shorts, what have you. But what they hate the most is uncertainty, not knowing. But the world is designed that way. Nobody knows the future. We can predict it to an extent. Some people can control it, but no one truly knows what's going to happen, which is why, trading is possible in the first place. If some people were absolutely certain, then those people have zero risk and those people can make infinite amounts of money. But this uncertainty is kind of nature's way of providing income for the rest of us that don't have the crystal balls like some of these other people. Anyway, not financial advice, your own research. Do not panic. Happy times ahead. You can smell it, you can taste it. If you reach out, you can probably touch it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.